Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchorman, Something. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, we have all kinds of exciting stories from 12 freebies. We're going to announce the winners of the giveaway for Hate from Dawsome. MPC just dropped a new update, but our top story today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like Native Instruments has just dropped a few libraries for Contact. Let's go ahead and check out the story. So as we see here, it looks like Native Instruments has dropped 24 karat keys, 24K drums, and they've also dropped a luxury hip hop leap expansion. You can get all three of these in the bundle right now for $79, or you can wait to pay $117 for the total price if you want to. Let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio, check these things out a little bit. I didn't really get too far into the leap expansion, but I did use 24 karat keys here all over this beat. And then I also use for the drums, I use the 24 karat drums and they look like this. So boom, bam. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this sample beat. All of the melodic sounds come from 24 karat or 24K keys, and then the drums come from 24K drums. So let's go. So that's a little sample beat that I put together for you guys here on 24K drums and keys. Let's go ahead and hop back into Contact and check out some of these sounds. So as you'll notice with any other Play Series instrument, you can obviously blend in two different sounds. So it's two different layers. For this first preset, I use this sound right here. This isn't even a preset. It was this opulent art with another sound, and then I was like, let me find a different sound, and then this sound ended up setting the beat off for me. Let's go ahead and just check out a few of the presets over here for you guys real quick. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. That's kind of fire. It's kind of nice too. All right, so those are some of the keys and some of the sounds that you're gonna get in 24K keys. Let's go ahead and check out some of the drums real quick so you can hear some of these too as well. So here are what some of the drum kits are gonna sound like. So maybe what I'll do is I'll let you hear what some of the drums sound like on that beat that I have. So I just looped that little section and we'll just listen to what some of these kits sound like. mean, and there you go. There's some of the drums. There's some of the keys. If you're interested in this, I'll leave it linked below in the description along with everything else from today's video. And the second story I have for you guys today is the first freebie of the video today. So this one comes from UJam. It's kind of surprising, but they are giving Sparkle 2 away for free. Let's go ahead and check the story. So as you guys can see here, I've done a full review on Sparkle 2 in the past. You know what I'm saying? When it first came out, and I happened to pause the video at the absolute ugliest face I could possibly give y'all on the internet. Thought I'd leave this here to give you guys a little chuckle. Bro, it's like I gotta sneeze, I gotta fart, I gotta burp, I gotta do everything at the same time. Let's go ahead, hop into FL Studio, check this thing out. I just pulled that up so that you guys can reference back to a full review if you wanted to. And this, I'm just gonna kind of play this in a beat, briefly explain it, and let you guys hear it over some different chords and melodies. So as you look at this thing basically plays. It can either play chords, and it can play different styles and phrases and stuff like that. You can set it up to play notes or chords. You can also use this as an instrument to where you just use it individual notes. So you can play it like that too as well. We'll go ahead and put it back on instrument mode for a second. All right, so I use this in a little demo beat. I just pulled up a little piano, some woodwinds. I used those same drums, those 24K drums on this. And then I just, you know, put that sparkle in there. And this is what it sounds like. All right, guys, that's the second demo beat I put together for you. Let's go ahead, hop back into FL Studio, check out Sparkle 2 a little more. So as you can see here, this is what Sparkle sounds like by itself with just the preset I was using. As we run through the different presets, I'm gonna play these piano chords in the background just so that you can hear everything's gonna sync up every time. All right, so as we pull Sparkle back open, there's gonna be a bunch of different guitars in here that you can use. There's gonna be effects that you can use with this as well. You've got different amps. You've got different effects that you can use here too as well, from reverb to bit crusher, lo-fi, all that good stuff. And then you got different options over here. So your stomp box, you can use like an old phaser. You know, you can change this to something like lo-fi, and then boom, now this guitar sounds like. But there's different guitars in here that you can use. So boom, we'll switch over to another one. And we'll just keep going through some of these presets just so you can hear what some of them sound like. Now what's cool with this too is you can change the phrase up. So you can change the way the guitar is playing with these phrases and these common phrases too as well. So just that easy, you can change up the play style. Let's go ahead and come to a different sound. I mean, so as you see with this tool, you can get a bunch of inspiration. You can get different guitar riffs. You can play it as an instrument, solo notes, and draw on your notes if you want to, or play the MIDI in. Whatever it is that you want to do with this tool, very good tool. Again, there's a full review that I've done online that you guys can check out if you need more detail. All right, guys, and up next, I want to do the announcement for the giveaway for the 3 copies of Dawsome Hate. Again, shout out to Dawsome for the love and these copies to give away to you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it live right here. So boom, bam, I've typed all you guys' names into the wheel right here, and we're just going to spin it 3 times, and that's how we're going to get our winners. So we're going to spin it once for the first time right here. Let's see who's going to win the first one. It looks like it is going to be the boss man. Up. Inspector Budget. Woo! Da-na-na-na-na. Inspector Budget. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Woohoo! All right, let's go ahead and spin it again. Let's see. They spinning. Ooh. Don Smith Iconics. Give it up for him. Woo! All right, and let's go ahead and spin it for the last one right here. And it looks like the last winner, W4 Watch 38. Woo! Come on, let's go. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I I'm gonna make sure that I tag y'all in the original video on YouTube, and from there, just give me your IG handle or your Gmail or whatever, and then I'll send over your serial numbers, and then you'll be able to download them and everything. I've already got them ready to go, so I just need you guys to respond back. But again, congratulations to all the winners, and we'll keep doing this. Let's go. The next story I have for you guys today comes from Akai. It looks like Akai has just updated the MPC to MPC version 3.4.3. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the notes here from this update. So it looks like this update is basically to fix some compatibility issues. So let's look at some of the ongoing improvements that they made. It says, we deeply appreciate the feedback from our MPC3 beta users. 2 key areas, time signature support and the MIDI note off issue, have been at the forefront of your input. Please rest assured that we are actively working to address those concerns in a future update. But in this one, you're just going to get some bug fixes. So using convert to sequence in the song mode no longer causes a crash. Using audio mixed down on separate tracks with returns now only contains audio for the specific track. Other tracks cannot be heard in the resulting audio file. That's a good improvement. Improvements made for handling large sample loading. Yo, I'm gonna have to pause that one, dog. That just sounds like, that's crazy, dog. Woo. Splice is now present in browser shortcuts. Wi-Fi firmware upgrade to improve connectivity issues. For MIDI tracks, in the track edit, the MIDI CC filter parameter filters MIDI CC messages correctly. Key group parameters load with the correct defaults when creating a new key group track or when updating the current track type to key group. When editing insert effects in sampler mode, the cue links now assign correctly when in screen mode. Resolved an issue in DrumSynth Multi where adjusting certain parameters of DrumSmith would affect parameters of another. For drum and key group tracks, layer play random is no longer biased towards layer 1. And then using convert to key group and a track edit for a pad on a drum track now creates a legacy key group which retains the parameter settings from the drum track. And then there are just some known issues they mentioned here too. So kudos to MPC for continuing to give out updates. You know, it's been an issue with MPC and updates, you know, in the past, but looks like they're on it now. Kudos to y'all. I can't wait to update my my MPC. The next story I have for you guys today, this is actually Freebie 2 through 11. It looks like the company Deer VR, which stands for virtual reality, it looks like they have sold to Sennheiser, you know, the company that makes a bunch of audio headphones and stuff like that. And so now Sennheiser is giving away all 10 of their plugins for free. So let's take a look here at the story. I did not download these. I have done some reviews on these in the past, but basically, Deer Reality started more than 10 years ago and joined the Sennheiser group in 2019. They're an immersive audio, has become an essential part of professional audio industry. To better leverage future potentials, we are currently consolidating all immersive audio initiatives within the Sennheiser group. What does that mean? Deer Reality products will no longer be developed or maintained. So after July 31st, they're not going to maintain these plugins anymore. But here's what you are going to get for free. You know, there are a bunch of spatial plugins and stuff like that that sets things in spatial places, and they do a good job with panning and stuff like that. So they're going to be offering this Dear VI Pro 2. They say a state-of-the-art spatialized plugin. It's good for mixing. It's good for ambient sounds. You've got this Exoverb. So they say there's over 50 true-to-life sounding acoustic scenes with unheard three-dimensional depth and width. It's a stereo reverb plugin. You got Exoverb Micro. They've got Dear VR Ambi Micro. Dear VR Micro, I have reviewed this in the past. Dear VR Mix, I've reviewed this in the past. Dear VR Mix SE, Dear VR Spatial Connect, Maya, and Dear VR Music, and Dear VR Unity. So you can get all 10 of those plugins for free. All you gotta do is sign up, and then they'll send them to you, or you'll be able to grab them. So I'll leave this link below too as well. And it looks like Output has finally finished up with Co-Producer. I don't know if you guys remember when Co-Producer was in beta. It was basically creating melodies and stuff like that, and it was using the sounds from Output's arcade plugin. So with this, you can try it for free. Y'all know I'm out here in the streets beefing with Output, so I wasn't gonna try it for free. No credits, no DAWs, unlimited access. But what this new tool does right here is, I'm assuming that you put this on your master track, and then it reads your track, and then it creates melodies that you can add into your already done track. So like, let's say you have a track that you're working on, and you're just missing one more melodic sound. It's missing some kind of guitar, but you can't figure out the melody or whatever it is. You could slap this thing right here on your master track, I'm assuming, and then it's going to read your beat, and then it's going to find samples that are in key. And they said that these are all man-made samples. So it's going to find samples that are in key that will fit with your melody, and then boom, bam, help you create a beat. And this is what it says right here: a plugin that listens, curates, and lets you decide. As musicians, we don't want algorithms writing for us, but we do want a faster workflow. Co-Producer helps you find samples that work rhythmically and harmonically within your music. And this is kind of a cop-out though. It's not that artists want a faster workflow. I think that's a cop-out for using plugins like this. Maybe for an outside creative source, or, you know, creativity that they wouldn't found otherwise. But faster is a cop-out. Faster is a cop-out for just letting AI do all your music. I mean, I'm going to stand on that 24. I'm going to stand 10 toes down with that one. So, but this is out here. You guys can check out more stuff on it. I know Help Me Devon did a pretty good video on it yesterday. I watched it. That's kind of what put this on my radar. So, you know, if you're interested in this, it's there for you. The 12th freebie I have for you guys today, this one comes from Kilohertz. It looks like they just finally dropped a clipper to their Kilohertz Essentials line. Let's take a look here at the story. So as we see here, Kilohertz drops free Clipper plugin for Windows and Mac OS. On Tuesday, Kilohertz dropped its free Clipper plugin, a no-frills design capable of producing some very interesting sounds, particularly for drums. Clipper is a Mac OS and Windows release for VST, AAX, AU, and the Kilohertz snap-in format. At first glance, Clipper looks like your standard free plugin with just 4 parameters on a bare bones interface. However, looks can be deceiving, as Kilohertz content producer George Reese did a great job in the walkthrough video explaining the varied applications the plugin can deliver. So, you know, you can go for relatively transparent clipping, or you can go for harshly performs surgery on your peak. So you can really clip and like limit that top of that peak if you want to. So I didn't download this for obvious reasons. I have a million clippers at this point. So I just didn't download it. But if you don't have a clipper, you can check this one out. It might be the one that you need. And the last story I have for you guys today is something that I covered earlier this week, but I just wanted to mention it because it's a news report and there's been a lot of good news this week. So as many of you guys know, a long-awaited Scalar 3 came out this week. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So as you guys see here, I did a full review on Scalar 3. So if you want to check out this review, it's going to be more in depth than what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to talk about a few of the features, but it is here in case you guys wanted to check it out. But with this new Scalar, as you guys can see here, it's got a new GUI, and it's just got some new features that you can do that are pretty cool. So we'll just go over a few of these key features real quick. Basically hundreds of chord sets and scales. Now they're categorized by mood, artist, genre, all that good stuff. Build chord progressions using the sequencer and get suggestions based on your currently suggested chords. So that's fire too. You can randomize your chords. Play your favorite instruments with VST AU plugin hosting, including effects too. So if you are in standalone mode, or even if you're using it in a DAW, you can still host all the plugins inside Scalar 3. With powerful Detection of MIDI and audio. Scaler can determine what key and scale you're in and suggest chords that match your music. Standalone mode for working on your desktop computer without needing a DAW. Huge libraries of motions let you play chords as melodies, arpeggios, bass lines, and strums, and then modify them using the piano roll editor and global note properties. So that's fire too, because now you have a MIDI editor inside a scaler, and you can get an ARP, and now you can add to the ARP, you can add more density, and you can change it. You can do a whole lot with that. It's pretty nice. Check the circle of fits to find nearby chord substitutions and their extensions. Solve your modulation puzzles in 5 ways: progressions, secondary scale, modal interchange, medians, and neo-Riemannian. Not sure how to say that. Experiment with voice groupings to keep your chords within a certain range, or apply drop voicings, guitar voicings, and more. 50 internal sounds. Use bind to keyboard to control chord playback with notes. Discover new chord progressions and line up 7 progressions with different motions to compare in Sketchpad page. So a lot of new stuff going on in Scalar 3. Again, I did a full review on that, so you guys can check that on the channel. But that's what I got for you guys in today's video. Hopefully I could help you guys out. Hopefully you guys go get that Sparkle 2 while it's still free, because it's only free until April 4th. So I would grab that. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button. Hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always. Signing off as your anchor man. Some. Hit the keys. Until next time. Peace. Some. Hit the keys.